Jason Voorhees design tier list. Now, in the last video that we did a Friday the 13th movie tier list. But today, we're ranking the different looks of Jason. Instead of just the movies, we're just going to be ranking how Jason looks, his design. So, we're going to start off here with part 1, okay? Get this thing out of here. I don't ever want to see it again. I mean, this thing is ugly, and it makes me want to jump out of my own window and fall right on the top of my head. So, next one, part 2, S tier design. I love Baghead Jason. Potato Sack Jason is one of my favorite designs for Jason. It's the first design where Jason's actually a killer. This is, I don't know. It's just good. I love it. I can't get enough of it. And now we got part 3, which introduced the hockey mask. Now, part 3 introduced the hockey mask, but was the design all that great? In reality, it really wasn't. It wasn't as great as we all think it is, but I put it at A tier just because it is what introduced the hockey mask and the iconic look for Jason. So, next one we're going to do is part 4. Part 4 Jason, pretty much the same as part 3, but in part 4 he looks just a little different to the point where he looks better, but I don't know if he's S tier. So I think we're just going to put him at A tier along with part 3. He's literally the same, except now he's rocking long sleeve. If you remember in part 3, he had his sleeves rolled up, but now his sleeves are down. But yeah, I think A tier is a good way to go, about on the same level as part 3. Now we got part 5, which wasn't actually Jason, so he technically shouldn't be on this list, but we're including him anyway. So we got Jason, Roy Burns. We got Roy Burns here. This design was actually I like it. It was very simple. I mean, it's pretty much on par with, like, I don't know if it's the same level as the other two, or the other ones. I'll put it at B. We'll put part 5 at B, since it wasn't even really Jason. And so now, we're also gonna do, I think this is Dream Jason. This is again pretty much just part 3s and 4s all together, but we didn't really get a good look at him, so I'll just put him down at B. And now we're gonna move on to part 6. 6 was a very good design, one of my favorite designs for Jason. It's an S tier design. I don't know, just the his utility belt that he has around him, and he has throwing knives, he has the machete hanging down. I don't know, his whole design's good. Even his mask somehow looks better than all the other ones. Yeah, it's good. It's great. Love it. So now we're gonna move on to part 7, S tier design. My favorite Jason design. It's my absolute favorite Jason design out there. I mean, it's so good. That's all I had to really say about that. I mean, it's like the way his spine is hanging out the back. It's perfect. Everything about it's good. And now we're gonna move on to part 8. Part 8 is also another one of my favorite designs, but not quite up there with not quite up to S tier. I'll put it at A tier. I don't know. I really love this design. It doesn't really make sense how he went from being all like banged up with like bones sticking out of him and stuff to being perfectly fine like this. But in the comics, he does have regeneration. In Jason X, they kind of mention it a little bit, but yeah, I guess. Now part 9 Jason. Part 9 is another one of my favorite Jason designs. He looks amazing in this movie, even though he's only in this movie for a whopping, I think, 13 minutes total. My least favorite Friday the 13th movie one of my favorite Jason designs. So, I love the way his mask is like barely there and his whole face is just like all swollen up. It's really cool. Um, Now part 10, Jason X. This is an S tier design. I don't care what anyone says. Don't care how campy it is or whatever. It's an S tier Jason design. It's so good. I love it. Can't get enough of it. I don't know. It's a really good. It's just a really good design. Now we'll move on to Freddy vs. Jason. The Freddy vs. Jason design. This design is a very good Jason design. Very simple. It's a good A tier design. It's a very good design. I love it. Also, it's my I forgot who his name was, but he's my second favorite guy to ever play Jason. I don't know what it was about. I don't know what it was about it, but him playing Jason was just so good. It was perfect. Kane Hodder, and I think his name is Ari or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember right. I forgot one. I was gonna do this before Jason X, but this is actually before he became this design right there. In Jason X, this is pre-Uber Jason. And we're gonna put this design all the way at D. It's on par with it's pretty much on par with this one. This design sucks. It's so bad. There's nothing really that great about it. Nothing's good. It just looks like Kane Hodder in a hockey mask. That's all it looks like. It's Kane Hodder in a hockey mask. Like no makeup at all. Now for the final one that we got here, we got the 2009 reboot Jason. This is another one of my favorite Jason designs, and I think it's a good A tier design. They are missing a design though in this tier list. I should have added it, but there's definitely one missing here, and the one that's missing here is in the 2009 reboot when he's wearing the potato sack. But hey, but yeah, that's my Friday the 13th tier list. Friday the 13th Jason design tier list. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any different opinions than mine. Maybe you could change my mind. Maybe, I don't know. I'm actually going to make a change here. I'm going to put Dream Jason over here at C because I feel like, it was like, I don't know. He's kind of just there. I mean, I don't know. It's nothing too special. But yeah, that was my Friday the 13th Jason Voorhees design tier list. And yeah, goodbye.